It's Thursday, January the 23rd, and I'm David Song, currency analyst with Daily Effects, here to cover some things to watch in light of Canada's Consumer Price Index due out tomorrow. Of course, we're looking for an annualized print of 1.3%, which would actually match the fastest pace of growth that we've been seeing in 2013. And in light of all the developments that we saw this week coming out of Canada, the Bank of Canada interest rate decision, where we saw a little bit more of a dovish twist in terms of the monetary policy outlook. And of course, I think there's a few things that we have to keep note here. Bank of Canada certainly making it more clear that they would like to see a weaker Canadian dollar. At the same time, looks as though they're leaving the door open for maybe potential lower rates going forward, especially after the central bank removed that language of whether the current state or the current policy is appropriate for the economy right now. So on that, guys, again, we've been seeing a lot of Canadian dollar weakness. And let's take a quick look at the chart, because there was a lot of near-term levels I was watching breach all those. So guys, the next level, or some top-side levels that I'll look from here, they're not anywhere close. The next one that I really have is this 115 level here, sort of a long-dated 786 retracement that I've been watching. But at this current juncture, guys, given that the RSI is still in overbought territory, we'll see how long it could hold above there. But for the most part, guys, now that we're trying to set this higher high, going forward, once we have the high set, I think we're going to be looking for a near-term correction, and on that correction, we should be looking for a higher low to be carved as it continues to maintain some of the bullish formation that we've been watching over the last few months. But also on that, guys, next week we'll be very careful in terms of watching those end-of-month flows, and at the same time, we have the Federal Open Market Committee interest rate decision. Of course, this is going to be the last one with Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke, so we'll see if we could get anything new, but still speculation that we might see another 10 billion taper from the Federal Reserve this time around. So we'll see how things fare, but right now, guys, again, I'm getting a little bit cautious, and if you haven't really caught the rally, might be best to maybe wait for the correction to pan out and then look for opportunities on a longer term scale once we get the higher low in place. So on that, guys, again, we'll watch the data print tomorrow. Could be very meaningful, especially given the fact that Bank of Canada has showing its increased concern about disinflation in the area. So we'll see whether those numbers will, or those sort of speculation will appear in the CPI print tomorrow. But again, in light of some of the developments that we've seen today, Canada retail sales better than expected. So might see a similar theme tomorrow in light of the CPI print. But again, guys, as always, going into the weekend, just be mindful that we're probably going to see market participation thin. So on that, guys, as always, stay prudent and good luck on your trades.